And at Izzo has reached out to do their newest pattern, which is called the Tansen Top. And I have found this in my stash. Obviously, I don't think I'll be releasing this. It's not released until I think after I'm on holiday or just as I'm going. Anyway, I'm going to try and get it made up and get it so that you can see it when it's done. But I'm obviously a week or two ahead of the game. But this is just really, really lovely. I think it was a Lady McElroy one I bought absolutely ages ago at a jersey. I went through all my jerseys and I wasn't really inspired with many, so I've cut into this. I did buy it for something else, but I think it's going to look great in this t-shirt and I will wear it loads. So as I've done a few of Izzy's patterns before, her instructions are absolutely top class. There's an optional binding on here on the neck. I'm not going to take I don't know why. I might add it at some point, but I'm at the shirring point now. And I've got a little tip for you here. Instead of leaving the tails at the end of the shirring, I do something a little bit different there. But that's the neck that's on now. That looks really lovely. I'm so pleased. I didn't look at this fabric again, but it's quite centered. I don't know how I've done that, but the stripe's going down the center, so that was the sewing gods that got me there. And now I'm shearing. So when I shear, obviously I take the stitch length up and then I put the shearing elastic underneath, but I don't finish off at the ends. I sort of turn the corner to come down. You can see it better. Can you see it there? I'm just going to try and focus it in there. Can you see how I've gone down and around so that you don't, oh, there's better, so that you don't have to have those lines sticking out at the end of it. I find that it just keeps it neater. I'm not panicking about losing any stitching, but honestly, that is so lovely already. I love the shearing effect on that. So at the moment there, I'm going to come down. So I know it's 5 stitches. 5. And then I will put my foot in. Not easy to do with one hand. And then I know that I can do that line right across there and finish off. So it's 5 lines. I'm not sure which option I'm going to do. There's 3 options with this t-shirt pattern. But I love the sleeves. You know what I'm like? I love the sleeve variations. It's just something so different. So the elastic's all done there, and that's what you can see at the back. So the stitching goes down and along and down and along. The only tail you'll have is like right at the very beginning of it. I need to press this. Obviously don't forget to press because that'll contract and hold them stitches in place. But that this fabric looks so lovely sheared. It's a lid, as I've already told you, sometimes I find myself repeating in this because I film sort of every time I'm doing stuff, and I think it was like last week when I cut it out and ready to go, but I know I've told you it's a Lady McElroy fabric I got ages and ages ago. I like doing that shearing that much. I might do the double shearing option on this sleeve, because it was either you could either shear, you could leave it just plain at the bottom and shorter, or you could just add a simple elastic sort of through the bottom, or I can shear again here. I think I'm going to shear again there because that just went in so lovely. And that was close. I hadn't even looked up. So that was my last bit of thread, and I've got 5 rows top and bottom done on the second sleeve. So I'll have to change for the hems, but you won't make much difference with that, will it? And how scrumptious is that sleeve? I just absolutely love it. I've always avoided doing this. I thought it was harder than it looks. Is that the way I'm saying? It looks quite complicated, but it was fairly easy to do. On the instructions, it said to do the first 3 lines, but I ended up, for some reason, it was in further. So I've done the last line, the middle line, and the first line. So you go over it and put it on from there. And then I've done a little neat hem on the end, because obviously you might see that, and I don't like seeing overlocking. But yeah, I love that. So now the other sleeve to go in. But this fabric's working really nicely with the gathering and shearing, and well, the shearing, not the gathering. And yeah, I'm really like it. I've just, like, he's just got in, I've just showed him that sleeve, going, how beautiful is that? And he's like, where have you got that material from? And I've said, I've had it ages. It has been in my stash forever. Doesn't believe me, but hey ho. And she is ready. It's absolutely gorgeous, this. It's really like an elevated basic. I love the shearing. I love how that has turned out on this fabric particularly. It looks really, really lovely. So you've got 2 rows. I chose, I think it was version B. So you could have version A, which would be just one, well, there's 5 rows of shearing on the top. And I think it just cut off from here. So it was just a plain sort of maybe 3/4 length t-shirt. Then you could have version B, which was this one, which was 5 rows of shearing at the top, 5 rows at the bottom, which obviously added with a little hem on. Or you could have just had the 5 rows of shearing here, and then you could just elasticate this in, and that looked equally, well, they all looked stunning. It comes in bust sizes, like cup sizes, which is great. And so I think I was a size 12, but I was in a D cup, and that fits perfectly as well. And then round at the back is just obviously just plain. Still some cottons there I need to get off. But yeah, really love this t-shirt. I think this fabric's going to see me through winter and summer, which is great. But I'm definitely going to make another one of these. It was really interesting making it as well. I really liked it. So thanks, Izzy, for letting me preview your pattern. I've got a discount code for everybody if they're interested, and I'll post that in the comments. I think it's GenLeg15. So if not, I'll alter that and sort that out for you guys. And the release date's it's today because you're watching this, but I'm excited for the release date. I think it's the 19th of May, but obviously this is made ahead of time. So yeah, thanks a lot. I love it.